world. We all know that a planet is a celestial body moving in an elliptical orbit around a star, and our Earth is one of them. Earth refers to the third planet in the solar system. World refers to all the people, countries, flora and fauna that is found on the planet Earth. After the Earth was born together with the solar system close to 4.6 billion years ago, all the planets were huge burning balls of gas and dust. In the beginning, the planet was completely molten, but as it cooled over the years, it formed a solid rocky crust. Also, the atmosphere was formed, which included water vapor. Clouds were also formed, and rains returned that water to the surface, filling all the huge craters with water. Large landmasses called continents were eventually created, and these were connected by one huge global ocean. Geologists later gave different names to the global ocean using the continents' boundaries to divide the water into 4 oceans. Some geologists regard the water around Antarctica, where the oceans merge, as the 5th ocean, called the Southern Ocean. Earth does not have the same flat and smooth surface everywhere. The land areas on Earth, which we call continents, have a variety of landforms. Dictionary of Landforms. Mountains are Earth's tallest landforms. Many mountains connected together form a mountain range. The topmost part of a mountain is called its peak. Most mountains form part of a chain or range. Mount Everest is the highest mountain on Earth. Nearly 1/5 of the land surface on Earth is covered by mountains. Hills are mountains which are not very high. Valleys are lowlands between 2 mountains or hills. Valleys could be either broad and flat or narrow and steep. Very often, rivers flow down or across valleys. A plateau is a flat land which is much higher than the land around it. Plateau is also called tableland or tabletop. The plains are large areas of flat level lands. These are also called lowlands. The plains near the seas and oceans are called coastal plains. Deserts cover 1/7 of the Earth's land area. These are dry regions with very little or no rainfalls. Some deserts are sandy, while some are rocky. The Antarctic Desert, also known as South Polar Desert, is the world's largest desert. It is the coldest and windiest place in the world. The Arctic Desert, also known as North Polar Desert, is just a little smaller than the Antarctic Desert. The Sahara Desert in North Africa is the 3rd largest and the largest non-polar desert in the world. Peninsula is a piece of land that is almost entirely bordered by water on three sides and is attached to a mainland. Look, this is Sinai Peninsula. It is located in Egypt. Island is a piece of land that is surrounded by water on all sides, but it is not large enough to be called a continent. Great Britain is an island separated from the European mainland by the English Channel. Lastly, archipelago is a large group of islands. The Malay archipelago is the world's largest archipelago. Water bodies. Oceans are large bodies of salt water that surround the continents and cover more than 2/3 of the Earth's surface. The Pacific Ocean is the largest ocean. The Atlantic and the Indian Oceans are almost the same size. Then comes the Southern Ocean, and lastly, the Arctic Ocean, which is the smallest in size. Seas are smaller bodies of salt water that are connected to the ocean. They can be partially bounded by land. Lakes are bodies of water that are surrounded by land. Sometimes, very large lakes are also called seas, such as the Dead Sea. A spring is formed when water bubbles up from under the surface of the earth. This is mostly seen in mountain areas. The water from the springs either collects as a small lake or flows down the mountain as a small stream. Rainwater and melted snow and ice also flow down the mountains as a stream. Many small streams join up to make a bigger stream called a river. When a stream or a river drops over the edge of a mountain, it forms a waterfall. As the river leaves the mountains, it flows through the plains where it is joined by smaller rivers. These smaller rivers are called tributaries. The river finally flows into the sea. The point where it meets the sea is called the mouth of the river.